Once you've seen the chaos behind the curtain, you can never really watch the show the same way again. This is a quote I heard in a show called Your Friends and Your Neighbors, and it really hit home with manifestation. All right. These are all the different mistakes that I made when it came to my manifestation journey, when I thought that manifestation was something completely different. In the beginning, I thought that manifestation was you trying to create a new reality, basically. Like, not becoming someone new, but trying to change what is. When you're manifesting, you're not changing what is. You're changing your identity. Okay? You're not changing anything outside of you. You're changing who you are. And therefore, once you change who you are, everything outside of you changes because your reality is you. In the beginning, I thought that I have to repeat something 1,000,001 times, and that's going to make everything around me shift. But the truth is, I'm shifting. When you realize that you don't have to try to maneuver things in your reality with your mind, and all you have to do is pick up your feet and walk, you will never think about manifestation the same way again. You will never worry about something not coming into your life. And you picking up your feet and walking is simply you going within yourself and sitting in a relaxed state and deciding that you have everything that you desire. Whatever it is you want, you have it. It's a decision. You make the decision, and that's how you pick up your feet and you walk. In my Father's house, there are many mansions. But you pick these mansions, you pick these states of being with your mind. The mansions aren't outside of you. The mansions are within you. The states of being are within you. So for you to even think for a second that there's something outside of you that you need to worry about, in the less than 0.01% of reality, you need to be focused on the 99.9%, and that is what I realized. If you want to change, if you're trying to be a different person, if you're trying to live a different life in the outer, then your inner is what you should mainly be focused on, okay? And that is exactly what I meant by you putting yourself into a relaxed state. You saying your affirmations consistently. When you're driving, you can say your affirmations. You can take a moment to meditate, spend more time within, because this is going to show you ultimately in that time of stillness what is flowing in and out of your head, what thoughts are passing by, what you're thinking, what your common beliefs are surrounding all the areas of your life that you're trying to change. Okay. The second thing that I didn't realize about manifestation was you cannot take action from a state of being that doesn't have what it is you desire. You can't take action to try to get to this new version of you and expect it to get you to where you want to be if your inner reality is messed up. Because like I said, that means you're just moving within the 0.0035% or whatever it is of reality. Less than 0.01%, I believe. So you trying to make any of these changes and, you're pushing really hard, you're going to the gym and you want to see, that weight change on the scale, or you're trying to make more money, or you're trying to get new friends, you're trying to change your life in general. If your inner reality hasn't changed, you'll notice yourself hitting the wall. And then hitting the wall, and then hitting the wall, and then hitting the wall, because you're not consistently being that person within yourself that has it already. Once you are that version of you that has it already, that's when everything effortlessly flows. The people can come into your life that help you. The resources you need come into your life to help you. But it all stems from you being that version of you. Because even if you want to think from a scientific standpoint, there is something called the reticular activating system in your mind, okay, in your brain. This literally controls what it is you notice. You could have a fat bag of cash sitting right in front of you, but if you're not the version of you that finds money or finds things all the time or is capable of receiving things, you'll walk right past it, because your reticular activating system in your mind isn't capable of picking up on that thing. Meanwhile, you're busting your butt every single day working 10-hour, 12-hour shifts to make more money, and you just walk past a fat bag of cash that would have changed your entire financial situation. But you couldn't see it because scientifically, your reticular activating system isn't capable of showing it to you. It can't see it. It will have no way of putting those puzzle pieces together, okay? But if we want to speak spiritually, it is the same exact thing. The universe is going to move things around, move people around, move resources around. Everything works in your favor to make things show up. When you do your manifestation test and people say they manifested a cup of coffee, they manifested seeing a certain car, you know how many people had to move to make that happen? Somebody had to be late. Somebody had to be early. Somebody had to get in their car and drive past at the perfect time. You also had to be in that perfect position for you to see it. But it all comes from that identity. That identity comes first, okay? The identity comes before the action. All right, that's the second thing. These are the two main things that I realized about manifestation that I really need to touch on. I love that car. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Make sure you're spending more time within than you are without, because if your within creates your without, and your within is over 99% of what reality is, that is what you should be taking seriously. 1000%, that is what you should be taking seriously. And the second you do, that's when you will step into that new identity to which everything you want comes to you. And it happens so effortlessly, it happens so unexpectedly, and reality just flows seamlessly. These people in your life that struggle, and people you see, successful people you see that struggle so hard, they didn't have this key that you have right now. They weren't hearing this type of information. The last thing I want to say is that knowing exactly what you want is just as important as taking the action. It's just as important as you doing your meditations, you doing your affirmations. Because what most people do is they say, oh, I want this certain amount of money, or I want to reach this goal or that goal. I want a new partner. But they don't actually know what they want for real. And it's like they change, they flip-flop. You say you want $10,000, and then you say you want $5,000, and then you say you want $1,000 because you don't believe that you can actually get what you want. But remember, I'm not manifesting to make a change in my reality. I'm not trying to move things around in my reality. I'm taking the steps. I'm picking up my feet. My bad, y'all. I'm picking up my feet and I am walking. Picking up my feet and I am walking. I'm walking into my new reality. I'm not trying to change the without. I don't need to change none of this shit. I don't care that this car is driving this way. I don't care that that's happening and that's happening and that's happening, because this is not me. This is not me. Everything outside of me, it is a part of me. It is a projection coming from myself. But what I'm saying is, I understand that this is me, and this is what creates the me that's outside. So taking that seriously first, taking your inner reality seriously first is the top priority right now. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about goals. Set your goals. Know exactly what it is you want. Okay? Oh, I was saying I was saying not to worry about, like, change your goals, decrease your goals because you're looking at the outside. If you're decreasing your goals, look, you're already messing up, okay? Because you're telling yourself that you don't have what you want already, that you aren't the version of you that has it already, and you're looking outside of yourself, and you're trying to literally look at the cars, pick them up, and move them. That's not what we're doing. We're picking up our feet and we're walking into our new reality. We're shifting internally, and therefore the external has to shift. But it's all happening within. When you think control, you think trying to make stuff happen outside of you. But you're making things happen within you, and that causes the change without. Hope that makes sense. I love y'all. And I'm manifesting for all of y'all that today was a good day, that your life is going great, and that 2026 will be the best year of your life. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.